So let's talk a little bit about Tim. You've trained with him for 9 years. You probably, would you say, are one of the most experienced people training under Tim?
I think so.
From a time standpoint?
Right.
What does Tim do that sets him apart from other trainers?
You know, Tim does everything with you. You know, he's not going to sit on the side and coach you from a seat. He'll stand right in front of the mirror, or right there with the bag, or right there in the ring with you and do it with you. You know, he won't tell you something that he can't do or won't do with you.
That's great.
You know, he'll do it with you the whole entire time.
What's the importance of a fighter being perfect?
You know, it makes it a little bit easier for you. For me, anyway, it makes it easier. It's just a little bit of footwork here or there. You know, a little bit of twisting of the body. You know, keeping the chin down a little bit tighter. You know, it makes your job a little easier. You know, if you got someone that's not as efficient, you know, and being particular about what they do, give you just a little bit more of an opening, give you a chance to do what you want to do to them.
Yeah. Do you have anything else that would stand out from Tim's training styles that set him apart? Any funny anecdotes?
You know, he's a real quiet guy, soft-spoken. Outside the ring, but in the gym, he can really light it up and get people motivated. And if his voice doesn't do it, he don't mind getting in the ring, you know, and giving you a little bit of what he's telling you to give the other guy. Yeah. And it works for most of the guys. It really does.
He's a master motivator.
He is.
And he motivates numerous individuals simultaneously. And I see him moving from fighter to fighter as a fly would move from item to item.
Right.
Is that something unique in Tim? Is that a quality that you don't see in other trainers?
I think it is unique to him. I think it is. I think, you know, he expects a lot out of you. He expects you to, you know, work when he's not watching, you know, and he's going to give you a chance to sit down and take it easy. He's going to come back and see if you've been working or not, you know. I think that's unique to his training style, you know, and it works for him.
And what would you say about his passion to the fighting sports?
Very passionate. Very passionate. Yeah. You know, he thinks about it a lot. You know, we talk sometimes 8 or 9 o'clock at night about things that go on in the gym with the guys and girls and preparing them and which direction we need to go. And just prepping for the next day sometimes, you know.
All I know is I've been doing this for 4 or 5 years and I'm ready, you know. It's this starting August, it's going to be completely different for me. Fights, I'm going to make sure to fight every month or 2, and whoever gets in that ring better be prepared.
Every month or 2, starting in August. Mm-hmm. That's an amazing.
Yeah, and like I said, I'm not joking around about this. This is something that's serious. This is something that I've dedicated myself to. I don't eat for fun. I eat to fuel myself. I have a very strict schedule. So I mean, if whoever fights me, whoever goes against me, doesn't have as much dedication in it, then they better watch out. It's not going to be pretty. I'm serious now.
Tell me a little bit about the gym itself. You've been affiliated with it for 9 years. What have you seen over those 9 years, and what can you say that people would like to know about it?
The gym itself, it's been normally a close group of guys, some girls too. Work together, share a lot besides just the training amongst each other.
So men and women are both welcome.
Always, yeah, for sure, for sure. And like I said, we share a lot of things, you know, not just so much the gym itself, but, you know, watching fights on TV together and, you know, working on cars, whatever it is, you know, we share together.
So it moves outside of just the fight component, and it moves into the world of life in general. You become, would you say, friends?
Yeah,
friends.
I would say friends.
And how long? You mentioned a team. Is that the mentality of the group here? That it's an individual sport, correct?
Right.
So, but there's this team mentality.
Right.
How does that dynamic work out in an individual sport?
The individual sport is in the competition side of it. You're in the ring with another guy or girl, you know, one-on-one. The team comes in when you're prepping for that fight. You got to have different team members to work different aspects of your game. Some guys are really good at kicking, some guys are really good at boxing, some guys are really good at wrestling, some guys are good at jiu-jitsu. you need a team of people around you that are dedicated in those areas, or at least more experienced than you. So you go in there for the one-on-one, you have the tools. You hope they have the tools to win the fight.
How did the Logan G. Smith Foundation start?
Walter Smith was a guy that I was training, and I wanted to create a nonprofit to do just this years ago, you know, 11 years ago, and he just happened to have a nonprofit. His son was a skateboarder, and he got, you know, they were out riding around one night looking for places to skateboard, got in a car wreck, and, you know, Logan was killed, and Walt started a nonprofit to build a skateboard park. And the skateboard park really never took off, you know, and he found out that I was trying to get a nonprofit going, and I didn't even know he had one. And one day he said, "Hey, look, man, you know, I got one. It's all I gotta do is activate it." He says, he says, "It's current. I just gotta activate it." He says, "You can, you know, use this." And so we you know, made me a director, and we've been working on it ever since, trying to grow. And, you know, if this show can get some kind of funding through it, we can do a lot of things that we've been wanting to do. We're doing things now, but we want to do more. You know?
And that's the goal of the show, is to generate funding or donations to better help the program and also help the community.
Yeah. You know, like we want to start a scholarship fund. We got to pay the lease here first of all right away. You know, every month, and that's, you know, a challenge sometimes. We want a scholarship fund. We're going to put a fund in to provide more for these guys when they compete. We have traveling expenses and things like that, you know, but you know, we like to do like Pineapple Lilies does, you know, where they have a benevolence fund, and we just help families in need in the area, you know, and just, you know, stuff like that.